My name is Tenisha Brunetti. I have been an educator for over 15 years, and I am currently an assistant principal. I actually came to Mabel Hogard as a college student from NAU. My cousins attended Mabel Hogard, and I had come to assist a substitute teacher who was in for one of my cousin's teacher while she was out. And so I came and kind of ran the classroom. I knew what to do with the class. And so I ran the classroom. The sub was there, so it was all legal. But I kind of was running everything. And so that's how I ended up there initially. And then I came back to do my student teaching. And so that's how I landed at Mabel Hogard and stayed there until just this past year. I love the littles. The littles are so much fun. And I know fifth graders like cringe at the thought of being called little, but they are truly the littles. And that's what I love. They are excited about learning. They are the ones that are willing to try new things. They're not afraid. They just love everything. They love life. Everything is a new adventure to them. And you can mold them, I feel, more. And so that's what I loved about elementary school. So just being able to really make those impacts that are lifelong. You know, you can really get a child to love education or hate education in those elementary years. And so I really wanted to help students love education, start early. I have to tell you, I didn't think much about the location necessarily when I was teaching the students. It was all about what do they need? How do I help them learn? How do I help them grow? How do I make connections with them so that they will trust me? That was my focus. And then as time went on, yes, you begin to pay attention more to the neighborhood or what people might say when you say, oh, I teach at Mabel Hogard. Oh, where's that located? You start to kind of get some of those inklings. But it's all about doing what's right for the kids, helping them grow, mature, find out that they are amazing no matter what part of the city they're from, and just giving them that leg ahead in that regard, helping them know that they are no different than anyone else, that they can do the same things that others can do, and there's nothing that can hold them back besides themselves if they allow that to happen. Were there hard times? Sure. I mean, we had our lockdowns, we had our deaths on occasion that would happen, and those times were hard, but there were also wonderful celebrations that happened there. The fall festivals where the kids all came back to visit. The one-room schoolhouse I used to run in fifth grade that the kids couldn't wait to get to at the end of the year. Those were all wonderful things. And so, yes, I taught in West Las Vegas, but I was just teaching. It didn't matter where I was teaching. I think the most difficult thing as an educator is dealing with death with students, helping them walk through the grief process. That's really hard for them to manage that, especially, I worked with fifth graders mostly. They're still young. They still don't have things figured out. I mean, there's adults that struggle with grief. So helping them walk through their feelings and emotions as they went through that. We had a rather shattering experience as a Mabel Hogard family. And so walking the students through their grief as I also walked through my own at the same time was very difficult. My goal overall for students, teachers, the like, help them to be successful. That's all I want to do. What do I need to do in order to help them to be successful? If that means I need to go and buy clothes because a student's afraid to come to school because they're wearing the same clothes every day, fine. If a teacher needs additional supplies in order to do what they need to do, fine. Whatever it takes to help a child and a teacher be successful, that is my goal as an educator and as an administrator. This is kind of funny. So I moved here in July of 2003. Terrible time to move to Las Vegas is the summer. Uh, Terrible time to move here. But I came here because I was going to student teach. And my intention was I was going to student teach and then I was leaving. That was my plan. But it just didn't work out that way. I got hired here and, was like, well, I'll keep applying other places. And I did. And things just weren't falling into place other other states. And I bought my house in 2009, my first house I bought in 2009. And as school in North Carolina called and said, hey, we have a position ready for you. And I said, I don't want to leave. This is my home. I love it here. This is my community. I'm ready to further invest because I had already been investing in the community, but I'm rather ready to place more roots. And that's when I realized, it took me almost 7 years to realize that Vegas was home.